time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. Hello everyone. We're going to do a request. This request comes in from my reaction to Missioned Souls doing a cover of the song Alone. The YouTuber making the request goes by the name of Yves York. And Yves York writes this: Todd, please review Mr. Dieingly Sad by REO Brothers. I looked at that and went, Mr. Dieingly Sad? I don't think I've ever heard that song before. Now, I have done reactions to the REO Brothers. They're a group from the Philippines, and they seem to do a lot of songs from the mid-60s that have harmony, because they have great harmony. So I thought, let's look this up. I don't know anything about Mr. Dieingly Sad. They did put in their description of their video that it was done by a group called The Critters. So I looked up The Critters in Wikipedia, and sure enough, there's a page for them. They're a group that was formed in Plainsfield, New Jersey in 1964, and they call themselves the Vibratones. Well, a guitarist by the name of Don Ciccone joined the group, and I think I pronounced that right, Ciccone, I think I did. He joined the group and they changed their name to The Critters. One of their first singles was a cover of the John Sebastian song, Younger Girl. They released that, and soon after that, Don Ciccone wrote the song Mr. Dieingly Sad. They released that as a single, and it climbed to number 17 on Billboard's HOT 100 singles chart. It's a big hit for them. It was a top 20 hit. But I'm scratching my head and I'm going, I still don't think I've ever heard this song. I listened to a lot of radio on my little transistor radio, probably starting sometime in 1964. And I was big into the Radio 66, and I don't think I've ever heard this song. So I went to YouTube, looked up The Critters, looked up Mr. Dieingly Sad, found a video, and listened to it and went, yeah, it does not sound familiar to me, though it was a top 20 hit. But it might not have been played heavy in the Midwest where I live. I listened to WOKY out of Milwaukee and WCFL and WLS out of Chicago. So this might have been more of a East Coast hit since that's where the band was from. So I thought, okay, let's hear how the REO Brothers do this. Like I said, they've got great harmony. They play their instruments very, very well, and they're very, very professional in their videos. So here we go with the REO Brothers doing a cover version of The Critters' Mr. Dieingly Sad.
Just a breeze will muss your hair, just smile away each little care. And if the rain should make you blue, you say tomorrow is anew. Look at your eyes above your head, you realize beyond your care. Life's in a hurry, but you got no worry. Your soul, mystifyingly glad. I'm Mr. Dieingly Sad.
Okay, just stop right here a second. Love their harmonies. Like I said, this is a group that does harmonies so well. They are a little, each one has a little bit different timbre in their voice, but it matches up so great. And what I really like about this band too, now I don't know how many reactions I've done. I think this is my third or fourth of the REO Brothers. But the bass player, when they mix these things, that bass is right up front. And I really like that. It's got a real heavy bass sound. And the drumming is kind of leisurely. You're like, you're sitting back and it's more of a soft drumming, a little bit of hi-hat and cymbal and snare. Nice for a song like this. Great keyboards, always great keyboards in their songs, and then there's the guitar. But what really stands out with this group is their harmony, and everything I think they do are harmony based songs because they're just so good at it. Let's keep on going.
Dieingly sad. And when the leaves begin to fall, as the wrinkled winter's gone, I feel my tears, they fall like rain, weeping for the sad refrain. Blue, dark and dim, it may seem, you mark a green moonbeam. Bright is your smile, pray tell me how all the while you can be so mystifyingly glad. I missed a Dieingly sad.
Okay, I stopped one more time here. Now, if you're listening to them, in this verse at least, you have the guitarist and the bass guitarist. They're singing harmony, and I think the drummer and then the keyboard player come in with a different harmony style, following them up. It's not lyrics; it's more of vocalization, and that's kind of cool that they're doing different vocal styles in this song. I thought that was really kind of cool how they did that. Let's keep on going.
I missed a Dieingly sad. You say, take my hand and walk with me. Wake this land and stop the sea. Show me love, all yours, I'm yours. Then the tide rolls up to shore. I whisper low, I love you more than even you could know. Adore me, do so I could show. I'm so mystifyingly glad, not Mr. Dieingly sad. Mr. Dieingly sad. Mr. Dieingly sad.
Oh, kind of a cool song. I mean, I really like that song. It just kind of moves along. It was all vocals. I mean, there was no instrumental break in there at all. But really kind of I don't know if it's a sad song or if it's just a very melodic song, but it's got that real melodic touch to it. And I just really like how they harmonize in this thing. It's just so great. And the keyboard in I think it was the bridge of the song really came to life in there. They really brought that keyboard up, mixed it to be a little bit louder than the bass and the guitar. So that's kind of cool too, that there's a little bit changing with the instrumentation on how they mix the song. But kind of a cool song. Like I said, when I saw the request and I saw the name of the song, Mr. Dieingly Sad, kind of a weird title for a song, but I really thought it was done well. And like I said, I listened to the Critters version earlier today because I knew I was going to do this video, and they reproduced it pretty well. They really reproduced it pretty well. These guys are just top notch, and like I said, they're from the Philippines, and they just really like to do these 60s songs. And I think that's kind of classic in itself. Is you get these young people. They must be like in their, I would say, early 20s, and they're big into music that's from the 60s. And I think that is so cool because my favorite music, okay, of my lifetime is from the 60s. That middle period of the 60s, from about 64 when the Beatles came over to the United States to 69. There was so many different changes in styles and so many different types of sounds that people were getting into the records. And I just think it was a great time period. And for the REO Brothers to pick that up and do cover versions of these 60 songs and do them so well, I just think that's remarkable, and it's fun. And I think these guys have fun doing these songs as well. So this was the REO Brothers doing a cover version of the Critters' Mr. Dieingly Sad, and it's kind of a cool song. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. That's the old thumbs up button. If you go and really, really like this thing, why don't you give me some information, give me some comments below. That'd be kind of neat as well. Now I'm going to take a link to this video and put it into my description below. And what's cool about the REO Brothers, at least the videos I've seen so far, they're always in this same setting. They're sitting in this room, and they're playing their instruments and singing. There's no other effects or anything, but you don't need those effects because their vocal harmonies just draw you right into their songs. So I'm going to take a link, like I said, of this video, put it into my description. So if you want to watch it again without me stopping it, hit that link. It'll open up and play for you. And I'm also going to put a link to the channel that uploaded this, which was the REO Brothers channel. So if you want to see what other songs they've covered, hit that link. It'll take them to that channel and take a look around. You might see other things you want to watch and listen to. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, why don't you do it right now? You got my video open. Go below my video, hit that subscribe button, and I'd be so happy that you did that. If you go over here and ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. So, again, great recommendation. A song I've never heard. I can't believe I've never heard it since it was a top 20 hit in 1966. But now I've heard it twice today, once by the Critters and now once by the REO Brothers, and both times were excellent. Put a big smile on my face. I'm hoping a big smile on your face, and peace out, baby.